First of all, I want to say, since I have you all on, thank you from the bottom of my heart for the card that you guys gave me and the cash, because like you did not need to do that at all. And I am seriously so blessed to have all of you on my team. I'm not going to cry. Thank you guys seriously so much. It meant so much to me. And I was like, Carla, no, like you guys did not have to do this. But we had Sarah, Claire, and Randy and I had an amazing time at conference, and I hope that you guys can, as many as you guys can, attend it next year, because it was a great experience. And it was just good to be around other people that are thriving and get all the awesome announcements. And then also, I think more than anything, to just bond with one another. I think it was really great for us to stay together and really get to know one another and have a lot of laughs and some funny things that happen and memories that we will carry with us forever. So I hope that you all can come. One of my goals this year is to potentially host a retreat for just us. That's something that I want to try to be able to do this year by the end of the year. And because I would just love to meet each and every one of you one-on-one now that I've had an opportunity. I've met September. Her and I went to school together. Carla and I have known each other for a long time. Now I got to spend time with Randy and Clara and Sarah. But I would love to meet each and every one of you and just get that experience with you guys as well. Keys, not cupcakes. I think I need to explain that story because it's super funny. So, because I think it just helps explain like my mentality, what my vision is for us and that sort of thing. So there was this G-Wagon. If you know what a G-Wagon is, it's a Mercedes G-Wagon. And they're very expensive. So it pulled up into like the roundabout at the hotel we were staying at. And it was a Lavelle millionaire. Well, when her and her husband pulled up, like all these people like stormed the car and they were like screaming. And I felt like it was a bunch of groupies. And I can't remember if I think it was, I don't know if it was Randy or Claire. I don't remember which one of you it was. But they're like, well, the lady was like passing out all these cupcakes and stuff like that. And either Randy or Clara was like, that's going to be Megan one time with us. And I said, absolutely not. And this is why. I'm like, I'm not going to be passing out cupcakes. Instead, we're all going to be pulling up in G-Wagons because I am not about the groupie mentality. I want us all to be leaders. And so I'm going to be passing out keys, not cupcakes is what I said. But it was super funny. So I think tonight when I post on my stories, I'm going to do hashtag keys, not cupcakes. And it's just like our inside team thing. It was so funny. And then one of the girls like dropped the whole thing of cupcakes. It was just ridiculous. And I was like, I never want the groupie mentality because I think that my goal is for me to build other leaders within this company so that you guys are building something for your families that will pay you on far beyond what you can imagine, and that's going to be paying your family for years and years and years to come. And I know that's something that Jason, one of our CEOs, was talking about at conference. He was talking about like, this is something that when you kick your feet up and decide that like you no longer want to like actively promote the business, that is going to pay you for years and years and years and pay your children and your children's children. And now that I've built my business for 3 years, I noticed residual income. It's like I was gone in Texas for the whole week. Granted, I was hustling my ass off up until the last day in April, but you can go to Texas and still get a paycheck the next Tuesday. And that's something that I want each and every one of you to experience, is just if you have something happen in your life or you go on vacation or whatever it is, that you're still getting paid residual income to your family, because that is the goal here. So my major takeaway was, first of all, I had the opportunity to hang out with some of our uplines that I've met numerous times before, and they're all just humans like us. They're no different than us, they're no more special than us. One of the leaders, Amber Manquist, so it goes me, then Stephanie Grachik, then Lisa K. Fuller, then Chastity. No, yeah, Lisa K. Fuller, then Chastity, and then above that is Amber. She was a hairstylist. Her husband had a pool cleaning business, and now they're millionaires. And he like had a Lamborghini pulled up in the hotel roundabout. So it's like, you can come from anything and make something of your life. It doesn't matter what walk of life you came from. Lisa K. Fuller was a Hooters waitress, you guys. And I always joke with her and say, because when I went down to Texas back in November, I was talking to her. I'm like, no offense, Lisa, but I am glad that you're a hot ass mess, because that gives me permission to be a hot ass mess and know that I can do this for my family too. So she was talking about how, like, what if she would have gave up? She's making like what people make for a salary yearly in a week. And it's just because she had persistence. She didn't give up. She didn't let people telling her no get to her. She didn't let, the fact that maybe her mom and sister, who still haven't bought from her, didn't buy from her. Like, she just kept going and building connections with people and growing and growing and growing. And now it's this, like, she could legitimately like kick up her feet and not do a damn thing and make $25,000 a week. And that should be something that each and every one of us goes after, because that just the freedom and the peace of mind to know that all of your bills are taken care of and you don't even have to worry about anything. That's what it is for me. It's not about driving the G-Wagon. It's not about having the fancy house, which, I mean, the financial freedom does allow you to do those things. For me, it's the peace of mind, knowing that if something were to happen to my husband, that we would be okay. It's knowing that if my kids need something, that I can just go grab it. If my kids want to do this for school, that I can pay for it for them. Or if my parents fall on hard times, that I'm able to help them out because they supported me for so long. Like, those are the goals that keep me going. To be able to, I have it on a Post-it, pay a bill for someone on my team. And I mean, not $100 credit card bill. Like, I want to pay somebody's mortgage someday, or rent or something, because to me that would be meaningful. So if you guys don't have a dream board with the things that you want to accomplish on there, that's something that I would really recommend, because it helps. Like, for me, I look at it all the time. I have like, bring my family to Florida and visit Jennifer. I have host my first team retreat. I want my truck. I want to build the gym on my house property. I want to be able to pay a bill for somebody. These are all things that I look at every day. So those days that it's not, that I'm not motivated, because you're not always going to be motivated to do the things, right? Some days you're excited to get and connect with people and add people to your network and post on social media. And some days you're just like, I don't feel like it. Maybe you're just not being a people person that day. We all have those moments. But then when I look over, because I come up here every morning and I see those things, it helps me to push through those moments that I don't really feel like doing stuff, because it's going to happen. It happens to all of us. So I don't know if any of you ladies are available, Sarah, Clara, or Randy, to share, like, what's one thing that you took away or that you absolutely loved about our weekend together.
Just unmute yourself.
Watch you like all are unable.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I've got one earbud and we're just leaving baseball. I think like part of my favorite part of the weekend was just we all start at the same place, right? Like, we're nobody different than Lisa or Chas, and it's really up to you. I think one of the quotes that I took away was, your success is 100% tied to like your commitment to yourself, right? So if we keep making excuses of, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or whatever the excuse is it falls back on you. I think that was probably one of the biggest takeaways. And I think it was it, oh, I don't remember. Maybe it was Gary John Bishop, who basically said, like, your thoughts, I don't know. Let me look at my notes. Hang on. Next, Clara or Randy? Jump in.
I think I can bounce off that too, because he was amazing, first of all. Gary John Bishop. Like, it started off a little bit, and if you don't know who he is, he wrote, is it like Unfuck Yourself or something like that? Sorry for the language if there's children.
Yeah, it's Unfuck Yourself.
Okay. And then there's like Stop Doing That, SHIT. That's a really good book. So it started off like a little slow with him, and then he got into the audience and he was like calling on people. It was very interactive, and I took a ton away from him. Were you going to add something, Randy?
No, I was just saying that Gary's pretty awesome.
It was so good. One of the quotes that I wrote down was, human beings by nature want a life that's predictable, even if that life sucks. Like, we just want to be comfortable and predictable. And anytime that we're trying to do something that is outside of our predictable norm that we're used to, it feels uncomfortable. And I think he did a really good job of painting a picture that, like, we are not our thoughts. And I think so often we think we are our thoughts. Like, if you think, I mean, even like, I think with my whole weight loss journey, when you're like, I'm fat, you're not fat. You contain fat. You are not fat. You have fat, maybe. Or like you say, like, I'm lazy. Like, no, you're just having a moment in time where you're lazy. It doesn't mean that you inherently are lazy, but we like absorb those identities with the things that we tell ourselves. And we have complete control over those thoughts that we're saying. What did you take away, Randy?
My takeaway was, you got to keep it cute. Like, you have to be yourself no matter what, and you have to keep it short and cute.
I can't remember who said that. It was really good though.
I don't remember. I just remember that part of it. And then be cool and confidence is key. There's more in it for them than it is for you. You are the provider. That was the one quote that stuck with me.
Yes. Because I think like when you're afraid to post, or when you're worried, like afraid to reach out to that person, like, you're thinking of your own things, when it should really be the thought process of, there's more in it for this person, because like, what if it could change their life? Like that. I think that was Janetta that said that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she said follow up between 6 and 12 times, and it was the 13th time that somebody followed up with her that she decided, forget it, I'm just gonna order, I'm gonna try it to shut this girl up, and she's now a millionaire. Yeah. And then Rodney's
it was
story
a dude. I think it was Rodney.
It was Janetta. It was Janetta.
No, I know, but Rodney is your upline, I think.
Oh, and his story is amazing. He was homeless and carless, you guys, for 3 years. And he walked to Starbucks every day to use their Wi-Fi to build his business. And just amazing. Like, nobody has excuses to not work.
And yeah, I was just gonna say, it made me think, like, shit, what excuses do I have? He literally hoofed it to Starbucks. Janetta was amazing, because she's the one that said keep it cute. I think. Yeah. Claire, did you have anything you want to add? She's like, I can't hear you. You're on mute. Here.
Okay. Say hi.
Hi.
She keeps trying to talk to you. She like took the phone away from me. It's Megan. It's Megan. I'm like, yeah, I know. I think you got a groupie right here.
Girlfriend, I'll get you a key too.
One thing I took away was that closed mouths don't get fed. Closed mouths do not get fed. it doesn't matter if you're talking in your stories, if you're talking on a post, if you're not talking about it, no one's going to know. So open up your damn mouth and talk about it. The good,
Yep.
the bad, the hard, the uncomfortable, the fear even. If you're afraid to go on live, say that. Just say that. You know, just do it. And it's the millionaires that just opened up their mouth that got awards for being millionaires.
Mhm.
That's
And
what I
it's
got.
not like they went to 5 years of network marketing school.
No, no.
Lisa, I think, said last night on her Zoom that 2 of the millionaires that walked across the stage, one of them was a 40K and one of them was a 12K. I was like, damn. So, well, that's an amazing thing about our company is like, you don't have to be at the top of the company, apparently, to be a millionaire. And if you guys could have saw that stage, so many people on the stage that were millionaires, so many. And that is what sets our company apart. It's not like the top little itty bitty people that are collecting paychecks. No, people are making significant money in this company, and it's a lot of people. They had all the 200Ks up there. They couldn't even put them on the stage because there were so many of them. I know we're coming out with a new sample website. Super pumped about that. That is going to be amazing. So it would be like your tag dot. So like mine is like Meg Holcomb dot. I think it's thrivesample.com or something like that. And you send that to somebody and they put all their information in, their address, they put in their name, their email, and then it will send you a prompt to your back office and ask you if you want to approve it. And it, like, if you have credits available to send that out, so you can approve it and send it out that way. Or you can even select decline. All their information will still be there. And you can like customize your own if you're into that sort of thing, because that's kind of what I do sometimes. Is I'll customize some samples and send them out that way. But then it allows you to put like notes in for that person. It allows you to like have a nice place. Cause like for me, hot ass mess Megan, I am not organized sometimes. And to have all those things in one place would be so nice. I'm super excited about that. Chill and heat. Those things are going to be amazing. So it's like this powder. I am so excited about it. It's a powder. And he was like, even like, I know we can't say it helps with anxiety because that's a medical condition, but he's like, it helps with anxiety. So you just pop the powder in your mouth and it's quick release, quick dissolve. They even had people taste test. One of them, like the flavors is chocolate. One of the flavors is lemon drop. And then the other one, I think the chill one is mint. So you just put it in and it goes to work right away and it will like calm you, soothe you. He said like it does it different things for depending upon like where you are at. Like it's not always going to like make you want to fall asleep. Sometimes it's just going to like calm and relax you. If you take it like right before bed, it might calm and relax you enough to put you into sleep. And then heat is something that they recommend to add to the 3 steps because it's thermogenesis. So it's very similar to like what our burn patches would be, which puts your body into fat burning mode. And he said it can be like a pre-workout. And I was like, yes, like I've been wanting one so bad. So those are coming out. They're like Splenda packet sizes. So they're like this big, really small. You just tear them open and like put them in like a pixie stick. And then there is going to be the 10-day detox, which that is going to be amazing. They said this is something that I thought was huge. He said, you know, when you get those samplers that are like, I didn't feel anything, you can put them on this detox. You like say like it sounds like your body needs a detox because most people, 90% of people feel the product's working on the first day. If not, there's something going on that we can detox out first. And then he said when they try the sample again, it'll be like amazing. He said that you don't use the 3 steps when you're doing the detox, and everyone in the whole room was like, what? Like we can't use it. But he said that if you do the detox for 10 days, when you take the products again on day 11, you'll be like a day one thriver all over again and feel amazing. So I don't have all the notes because I was like trying to screenshot, but the screens were going, or take pictures, but the screens were going so fast. I know that it detoxes metals. I'm trying to think of what else it said. Do any of you ladies know?
Can I-
remember?
It's going to
Yeah. Say one
detox
thing?
your.
Oh,
Go ahead, Claire.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I believe they said that they recommend doing it every 90 days, doing the detox.
What were you gonna say, Sarah? Claire or Sarah? Sarah Claire?
Sarah Claire. I don't remember. Oh, it detoxes your organs as well. It's not a cleanse. So he talked about the difference between a detox and a cleanse, and it basically bypasses I forget the word, but it's like a deep detox. So it's gonna do like your liver detox. It's gonna hit your organs, and it's not just like a make you shit for 10 days cleanse.
Here's what it says: heavy metals detox blend, liver, lymph node, blood, and skin, kidney and bladder, and holistic ingredients. So it'll detoxify all the major body systems, cleanse these toxins and wastes from the body, and then rejuvenate the GI tract for a healthier gut. So I think there's two like pills that you would take. Like one of them would be AM, and I'm assuming that's everything that's gonna like detox everything out of you. And then there's a PM capsule, and I think that's where it's talking about like it cleanses all the toxins from your body. So I believe that that's how it will go. I'm not 100% sure, but they're saying heat and the detox should be available in June. So that's exciting things to look forward to. I think we could probably like drop some hints, like maybe talking about like here and there, find the body needs like a reset, and I don't know, just post about that or something like that.
They did talk about working on a kid's probiotic, like a kid's digestive. They didn't talk about timing. That's in the works, which is super exciting.
That would be so huge because I know my little girl, she has trouble sometimes. And then I'm like, how did that come out of this little body? Like, that is insane. So those are the things that I recall. I can't think of anything else. The highlights from that whole thing. So I want to talk about real quick before I let y'all hop off. Sampling. Sampling is like the key to everything. So I know Paul and Jason always say like get people on Thrive. So everything you should be doing, posting, going in your stories, doing lives, should lead up to sampling within your niche, of course, like I've talked before. So I know that Chantel, you had reached out to me, and we can have a one-on-one tomorrow. My day is not as crazy because my boys are at school. Thank baby Jesus. Because if I hear snacks one more time, I swear to God. But my daughter kind of keeps to herself, but they're just like so needy and asking me questions all the time. It's just like, my God. So as it relates to your niche, as like I was saying, so for instance, like my niche is like health and wellness and exercising. So what I try to do is talk to people as I'm doing my steps every once in a while. And then I'll like so I'll talk to them about my normal life as I'm taking the steps, saying like, my boys are home today. I need to put this mood support on, to like pique the interest. And then after I've done that for a couple of days, what I'll do is maybe go step by step and explain each step to them in my stories and be like, this first step, or like your lifesaver, they wake you up in the morning. The second step is a mix that like saves your digestive system, gives you a boost, makes you feel good, and it tastes really amazing. And then the third step is the wearable nutrition, and saying something along the lines of, I'm packing up samples. Let me know. Do you want to customize your sample, or do you want more information and for your polls? And then I just say like, vote on this poll, and then put the poll sticker up. Now, sometimes when you're talking about your stuff, like let's say Chantel, you have lots of kids, momming is your life. So talk about like what each of those things are doing for you throughout the day. So maybe it's like you're really tired in the morning, and talk about how you're tired in the morning. My kid was up all night teething and whatever, and like I would not be able to function if I didn't have these capsules today. If your kids were like crazy all over the place throughout the day, at the end of the day, show your patch and be like, there is no way that I would have made it through my day before without these. I remember crashing on the couch before. I remember what it was like to blah 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 blah. Claire, like Jennifer, you work a full-time job and you're up early to spend time with yourself, because connecting with God is important. Talking about how my capsules wake me up early in the morning so that I feel focused right away and I'm not falling asleep when I'm reading my Bible. And I get that me time before I do have to go out for my job. Or when you come home and then you have Zeke that wants to play with all of his army men, you can say like, if I didn't have this patch, A, I wouldn't be able to play with army men for hours on end, or B, it just helps me like be a better mom for him and be more present and not, when you talk about your struggles as a mom, like it helps you relate to other moms. But if you're trying to pretend like you're perfect and you got it all together, nobody's going to relate to you. So if you're like, my kids are driving me flipping nuts, and normally I would snap at them, but I put on this Black Label today and it just makes me a little more calm and collected, and maybe only snap at them one time as opposed to 3 times throughout the day. She's so cute. I love seeing the babies. You guys I don't have baby fever, but it makes me feel better. Let me think. Melissa, you're working a full-time job. You have kids at home. Same deal. Clara, you have your son with autism. So talking about how like this helps you be more patient with him when I'm using my Black Label, and like actually talk about it. Like say, sometimes it's really easy to get frustrated when you can't communicate well. And this has really helped even out my mood and allows me to be more patient with him and or being, having kids and they're all over the place, that this wakes me up in the morning so that I can spend time with myself before the chaos begins. So there is a way that you can incorporate it, and making sure that you're dropping it into whatever it is that your niche is. So when you're talking about like trying to relate to people with your autism or having multiple kids or, house hunting, how that was a perfect example, Jennifer, of how to use a payday post. That was so good. So good. So relatable to people, especially since a lot of people are looking for homes, having that extra money to put in your savings to go towards your down payment. That is amazing. And you're talking about your goals and having futuristic goals, and then relating how the business aspect fits in. I just wanted to like spew it all the time. Z's the same. Is there anything that any of you guys needed specifically covered or wanted help with?
I have a question.
Yes.
So I'm doing the blocks and I'm like really noticing that a lot of my people suck.
A lot of my people suck.
Like they're just not, because I'm realizing a lot of these people, I did the whole, Steffi G way where I just went and added 300 people.
Right.
And they're not value people. So I've been thinking of just doing like a mass delete of people. But then I thought, well, if they're watching me, I don't want to do that. So I wanted to know what you thought, because I'm going to just start really only adding value people.
Yeah, which I think is
being kind of picky.
Yep. People that are going to relate to you, that are within your niche. Maybe that's like faith related, mom related, Florida related.
House buying people.
Go to a group that's talking about like house hunting or something like that. Or like a house decor group or something like that. Because I know you guys are looking for a home.
We looked today and I wanted to shoot myself in the face. Actually, we've looked every day for the past week and a half. we found one that we fell in love with, and there were already 7 offers on it, and one was 20,000 over asking price. So we didn't even. I was like, no, we can't. There's no way we can match
I think
that.
we can talk about that all too, because there's so many people that are dealing with that right now. This market is insane, especially in Florida. We're like the land of the free. You can do like whatever you want.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm
governor.
kidding. I'm not.
But that a good idea though, to just mass delete a lot of
Maybe
Mossy
do
girls makeup. I mean, I have like 50 billion makeup girls on my thing, and all they talk about is their stupid ass makeup. I'm not that it's stupid, but it's like you have more than just fake fingernails and makeup in your life.
So isn't that crazy that when you start realizing that, like, you're like, I don't want to be with that like that because nobody can connect with me if you're just talking crap all the time. I've noticed that a lot. And I'm like, I'm glad that I'm talking about other stuff that's not just my business. My business is important, but it's just a part of my life. It's not everything. But I would remove probably, like, I wouldn't go over like 25 to 50 a day if you can, and make sure that you're, of course, trying to like replenish and build relationships with the people that you are keeping. So maybe it's like going through, and when you're seeing people that like, I think I could really relate to her, I really like this person, like, you're not writing their names down so that you can really intentionally interact with those people.
Okay, that's a great idea. Thank you. Because I'm like, man, I need to zone in.
Trust me, I've done that before.
Yeah, because it's not that Steph is wrong. Yeah.
Like, I have to interview.
Yeah, adding 300 people is cool, but it's like not really if they're not. I mean, a lot of these people have been my friend for a year and I've never even seen them. I'm like, oh, I'm getting rid of that person. Okay.
Well, and then like I think
Jennifer,
of like, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Jennifer, do you ever go to like the friends that you do like and that don't suck? Do you ever go to them and like their friends list? Because if you go to the friends that you know are like normal and are good, they probably have some really good friends. Have you gone like that route from adding friends?
I have. I've done that because a lot of people, when I first started adding, there were a ton of people back home that I knew that I never added. So I was like, oh, that person would be good and that person would be good. And I've noticed a lot of these people are watching me and have been watching. And some of them have asked their information on samples and things like that. And they're just not ready. So those people I definitely want to keep. And especially because a lot of them are like nurses, because there's a lot of nurses back home. And I'm like, dude, if I could get like 2 nurses, I can get all the nurses.
That's a really good tip though, Sarah, because that's so true. So like, let's say you add somebody, you're connecting with them really well. You go into their friends list on Facebook and start adding people from there. That's a great way to do it. I've done that before. That's what happened with Randy and her cousin. What was I gonna say? Shoot. Oh, now I remember. And then also, like, if you're realizing you have a lot of crappy people on your friends list that like you just don't connect with or don't whatever, like, let's say they do join your team and then they end up being like the largest headache ever. And I think of our group dynamic and how amazing we are. And that's because I'm very selective with who I'm adding. Like, what is it? QPO, like quality people only. QPO. Because then you think of like, who are the people that I would actually want to do business with, or who are the people that I would connect with on a good level or would relate with me. And I remember thinking when I first came into this business, I'm just going to say this quick and then we can wrap it up, but that I needed to speak to everybody. Like I needed to, men, women, whatever, everyone, I'm going to talk to everybody. And I realized very quickly that might help in the beginning, but then once you start trying to like really grow your business, it's not going to help you. You want to get really narrow with who you're trying to reach, trying to understand who is the person I'm helping and what's the problem I'm solving. And then when you do that, when you're adding people, it gets much easier to have clarity on who I'm adding. Do they check one of these 2 boxes? Does it look like they're, like for me, it's helping busy moms get their energy back and take control of their health. If they're not a busy mom, why am I adding them? Because how am I going to relate to them when I talk about my kids? They're like, I don't have kids. I'm single and 26, you know? So, I mean, Randy doesn't have kids, but she has fur children. That kind of counts, right? Anything else, my friends? Oh, we got to take a picture. It feels good to be back with you guys. I missed last week.
Randy, how many animals do you have, like, for real?
For real, for real.
For real, I have 2 dogs, a cat, a horse, a cow.
I love it.
She got a whole damn farm.
I love it. It's like my dream. When I was a kid, I always wanted a duck named Fred. That was like my
You
dream.
say the duck?
A duck, and I wanted to name him Fred. Yep.
You know what's super funny about that? My son found a frog once and he named him Fred when he was little. I took a picture and I'll put it in the chat.
I love that.
I think he was like 5 or 6. He's like, this is Fred, the frog. And now he's 16 and he wants nothing to do with me. Almost 16. It's insane.
Teenagers.
Tell me about it. What did he tell me today? So he just bought a new phone the end of last year. He's like, I want a new phone. I'm like, dude. He's like, well, it's gonna be bad soon. I'm like, yeah, I told you that when you bought it. I'm like, but you insisted on getting that model because you didn't want to wait and save up some more money. It does get everything good. Thank goodness. And he's like my responsible one, but he like always like will ask me things a billion times when I'm like, dude, just chill out. He like asked me 12 times today if his friend could stay over. I'm like, can I just go to school? All right,
I told
y'all.
Zeke that if he asks me multiple times, like Ezekiel, he'll do that. He'll catch me busy and he'll just constantly ask me over and over the same thing. And I'll look straight at him and I'll be like, dude, if you ask me one more time, my answer is no. Even if it was a freaking yes, it's no now if you don't leave me alone. And then he usually chills out for a minute. And then
That's a 5-year-old for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely a 5-year-old thing.
He's so funny.
His little voice. Oh, can you please share that on the voice memo that you sent me the other day?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I'll have to figure that out, but I will.
Just give a quick like what he said. It was so cute.
I don't remember a bit about my Thrive or I don't remember, but he's so cute.
He was like,
I have to play it.
Message to me, and he's like, "Is my mom gonna give you a sample?" Yes, dude. It was so cute.
There was someone that I just recently was talking about. I think a house person, and he goes, "Mama, is that one of your new Thrive people?" I'm like, "No, but maybe I should make this realtor my new Thrive person. Who knows?" But yeah, he's all into it. I swear I should just have him mark it for me. He would do it.
I think I have the message. Hold on, I'm gonna try to find the spot. It's super funny. You guys have to hear it. I think it's coming up.
I really need help with the
Hold on. We all need help with.
can call my mom and so she can send you some. And say, oh,
That is like the best thing. And you can call her mom and she can send you some samples. That made my freaking day. It was the best.
Oh gosh, I should have him do all my sample posts and everything. I swear. People
Or you
like
could just
give
have
it
him
to
do all
me.
the voice memos to people that say they want a sample. Like, how could you say no to that?
I know.
I couldn't.
I'll
You're
pay
like,
for the teen, honey.
$50. And he's like, I'd be like, okay.
Where do I sign up? How many do I need to buy?
Because he wants a puppy.
Yes, because he wants a puppy so bad. Oh my god, I know he should say that too. Buy a sample for my mommy so I can get a puppy. Oh my god, people would just like throw
Oh,
their money out.
speaking of puppies, like that's kind of like in relation. So to like hook, line, and sinker, we were standing waiting for the Uber to pick us up, and these guys pulled up in a truck at the stoplight, and they had puppies with them. I was like, oh my god, puppies. And I was like, I see what you did there. I see what you did. And that's actually really smart to have puppies to pick up chicks. Like, except for it would be talking about a puppy to pick up clients. I don't know.
That's genius. Genius. Sarah's so right. Hold on. Have Zeke do a live with me.
You should.
I should. That's actually kind of genius.
I feel like anytime I have my kids in my lives, they, for some reason, get way more views. Like they're like my daughter's cute or something.
They know they're cute.
She just booked another gig for modeling
Yay!
in June. June. For
That's
Once
awesome.
Upon a Time. So that's exciting.
How many has she done now? A couple, right?
Yeah, 2. She was gonna do 3, but I got a weird vibe from one of them, so I was like, because the guy's like, oh, we're gonna record it at our house. They're commercial, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about that.
If you say I have to leave my child, then I'm leaving right now.
It was just strange, and then like he wasn't talking about pay or anything, and I was like, I'm not okay with this. You know, and just something like intuition, like it just felt off. I was like, I don't want to put my 5-year-old in a situation that feels off. So,
Plus, it's
all right,
supposed to be fun.
Yeah, it is supposed to be fun. She had a lot of fun on her first shoot because they were like just playing with stuff and painting and jumping around. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, love you guys. Have a great evening. I'll put the recording up probably maybe tonight, tomorrow morning. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how well my daughter goes to bed. But I will put the picture in the chat for sure. Love you guys. Where's the cute baby? Where's my baby? Oh, the chubby cheeks. Bye, guys. Love you all.